A really important part of subject two that I don't think a lot of people pay as much attention to as they should is that the seller's really trusting you with maintaining their credit. Now, if you're dealing with a seller that's in foreclosure and their credit's already tanked or whatever, that might not be quite so important. But if you're dealing with a seller who has good credit or doesn't have an issue other than just a need to sell right now. Maybe they're getting a job transfer or they're getting a divorce and their credit's not bad, but they just can't afford the payments anymore. An important thing you need to remember is they're trusting you to make sure that their credit's maintained. So if you miss a payment or you just stop paying because you get a financial bind, it's really going to impact that seller significantly. So that's an important thing that you need to take very seriously. And for that reason, I tell most students, if you don't have access to some funds, now certainly you can buy a house in a lot of cases without having to have a lot of money or without having to have down payments. But if you don't have the means to make those payments, in case something comes up, then you really need to think about whether you need to be holding real estate right now. Because if you take over payments from your seller, you get into some financial trouble a couple of months from now or whatever, and you can't pay your bills and you don't make that mortgage payment, they're going to have a 30 or 60 or 90-day late on their credit. And that's one of the biggest hits a credit report can get. Is a late mortgage payment. So you want to make sure that you've got the ability to make those payments on time every month and don't ever harm a seller in these transactions. And we're supposed to be helping people, not hurting them. So you want to make sure that you're making all of those payments on time every month.